During Veterans Day, students throughout Newport News Public Schools took time to thank veterans for their service to our country, giving students a better understanding of the important role of military men and women in protecting our freedoms. Katherine Johnson Elementary honored veterans with a parade around the school. The Crimson Thunder Drumline led the spirited procession, with students lining the hallways and holding custom signs of thanks. Afterwards, veterans and their students enjoyed a breakfast, proudly sponsored by Bayport Credit Union. Anchored for Life students who support their classmates when their parents are on military deployment helped serve the meal, thanking our veterans for their service. General Stanford Elementary, which is located on Fort Eustis, honored veterans through music and arts. 4th and 5th grade students performed a series of songs during their tribute to veterans. Under the talented direction of music teacher Morgan Cassidy, the Harmonious students sang about our country, the American flag, and our brave veterans. To decorate the gymnasium, art teacher Valencia Gross commissioned her young artists to create inspired artwork for the occasion. In attendance were military leaders and Mayor Philip Jones, who is a veteran and a child of a military family, just like the talented students performing for all the veterans that evening. Greenwood Elementary hosted a salute to our veterans with breakfast and a parade. Greenwood's PTA volunteers partnered with neighboring Colossian Baptist Church to host a warm and delicious breakfast for students and the important veterans in their lives. Guests and students were invited to share some insights about their careers and deployments during their military service. It was a wonderful opportunity for students to spend extra time with their parents, grandparents, and family. The morning gathering also gave families a chance to connect with school staff and learn about valuable resources for military families. After breakfast, the entire school lined the hallways, waving American flags and cheering as veterans and their families paraded through. And some brave soldiers and sailors even took time to visit their child's classroom to read a book and answer questions about their service in the military. And Woodside High School, home of the Arts and Communications Magnet Program, hosted their second annual Veterans Day concert. To salute our veterans, Woodside invited Ella Fitzgerald Middle School's 8th grade band, along with Passage Middle School's orchestra, Panther Strings, and their concert band to perform a series of patriotic selections. Woodside's own talented music and choir students offered a heartfelt tribute to veterans with their melodic sounds of freedom and bravery. Through strings, brass, woodwinds, percussion, and their own voices, the music shared during the Veterans Day concert honored the sacrifice and dedication of the amazing men and women of America's armed forces. The 3rd annual Marching Band Expo, held at Todd Stadium, celebrated the diversity and impact of music education in Newport News Public Schools. 600 student musicians performed, showcasing their talents and hard work, along with the dedication of our musical educators across all grades. The evening kicked off with middle and high school students forming a mega band to perform the national anthem. 8th grade student musicians also performed collectively, giving these students an introduction to high school marching band and performing on the big field. The audience was amazed at the talents of our youngest drum lines, with Johnson's Crimson Thunder and Riverside's Boomin' Bears performing with excellence and passion on the track. And our students' musical abilities were on full display as each high school's marching band performed this season's halftime shows. Since the summer, these marching bands have been fine-tuning their performances in preparation for state-level assessments in the fall. Throughout the evening, families, educators, and school and city leaders cheered on our student musicians by sharing airgrams over the loudspeakers, encouraging our student musicians to continue their musical growth through an award-winning musical curriculum in Newport News Public Schools. Busy schedules, transportation issues, and language barriers can keep many families from attending events at school or having access to important resources. So the English as a Second Language Family and Community Engagement Team hosted a community outreach for English learners and their families at Oyster Point Place apartment homes off J. Clyde Morris Boulevard. Various departments from Newport News Public Schools, school board members, community partners, and school leaders from Menchville High School offered family resources and student support at a convenient and accessible location near a large population of Hispanic families. Newport News Public Library handed out free books, while officers with the Newport News Police Department grilled hot dogs and played games with the kids. Other organizations offered resources to assist families with a range of health services, academic supports, and resources for transitioning smoothly to living in a new country by overcoming cultural changes and language barriers. 75 families attended the event, which purposely took place during Hispanic Heritage Month. By reaching out to English learners and their families right where they live, a community pulled together to make families and students feel supported, cared for, and welcomed to Newport News. Our students' mental health plays a huge role in their ability to learn in school, build positive relationships, achieve academically, and manage stress. To offer resources, information, and support, the NNPS Family and Community Engagement Team hosted Your Mental Health Matters. Make it a priority. This is the first of 4 family empowerment forums scheduled this school year, sponsored by Bayport Credit Union. When families arrived to the evening event at Heritage High School, they were treated to a free dinner. At the resource fair, students, families, and educators were welcome to gather information and resources offered by service providers and NNPS departments, each focused on supporting youth and families. During the Mental Health Empowerment session, a panel of community partners, school leaders, faith-based organizations, local experts, and students fielded questions about the impact of trauma, family experiences, and strategies for promoting positive mental health. Our schools play an important role in supporting students' mental health by connecting them to caring adults, providing valuable resources to families, and creating a safe and nurturing learning environment. By promoting student well-being and encouraging families to thrive through the Family Empowerment Series, our Family and Community Engagement Team is offering the tools needed for academic success and positive social growth for all students. Riverside Elementary spent a month celebrating kindness and learning about different cultures. During National Hispanic Heritage Month, which runs from mid-September to mid-October, the morning show highlighted different Latin countries. Students were invited to share some fun facts about their country's cultures, foods, and colorful clothing. Each student put together informative presentations, creative posters, and proudly shared their Hispanic heritage with the entire school. Later in the month, Riverside held their 9th annual Unity Day Parade. Bright orange is the symbolic color of Unity Day, sending a visible message that building community through kindness, acceptance, and inclusion helps prevent bullying. So Riverside invited their community to join them, with Newport News police officers, Newport News Fire Department, and students from neighboring Christopher Newport University joining the festivities, including Captain Chris himself. Riverside's own Boomin' Bears drumline led the procession in front of the school, as students, staff, and a supporting community used the power of kindness to make Riverside a wonderful place to learn for all students.